Hey, guys, what's up? Let me do something real quick. First, let's bring you guys back here. I gotta turn on the green light on this stream first. On. Good. Hell yeah. Hope y'all doing all right. I'm gonna kick these shoes off because I don't need to be going outside no more. What's up, Steve? Welcome to you, brother. The first Steve. Stephen the First is a given Christian name, I see. Good to see you, brother. Guys, anybody who comes in here in the future, please, if you don't mind, like the video. Subscribe to the channel, if you could. That would be awesome. Oh, that don't reach that far, does it? Or does it? No. Well. There, that's good. That'll work. Cool. We're doing the normal, what's up, Rhino? What's up, Jason? We're doing the normal setup today. I'm not doing the multicam thing. It's a lot. I am going to use the skillet. I'm going to need the rice cooker. I got my chops out already. I'm going to need beef broth for the gravy. I am going to need flour for the gravy. I don't need that Sprite bottle. Our recycling can went missing somewhere. We'll have to figure that out. I got a couple of onions here. We could saute a couple of onions maybe. I'm gonna need the rice. And I got a weird hankering for some sweet tea. I might make some sweet tea, but we'll see about that. I'll play that by ear. It don't take too long to make. So we'll see about that. First things first, we're gonna have, guys, you can't believe how big. Look at the size of these chops, dude. Look at how big these fucking things are. See that? Look at that. That's my finger. Thick as hell. What's up, Jade? How y'all doing out there in the world? Let's get some butter going. Get me a little butter in the pan. Also gonna hit a little bit of bacon grease in there. Bam. RIP headphone wearers. I'm sorry. Do I have a clean measuring cup? I do not. I do have a dirty measuring cup I can wash real quick. That wasn't directed at any of you. I'm going to do about 3 cups of rice. I'll make a good bit of gravy. Got it. That butter's starting to melt. I'm going to give it a minute though and do its thing. Get me a little gravy. You guys also have a sizzle mic. You got a sizzle mic over there. Over here on this guy. That'll make a lot of gravy. And the gravy mix comes the same way all the time. It's a measure of flour. However much gravy you want to use is going to determine how much flour you want to put in. I'm using about this much right here in this glass. That's about, I don't know, this is a whiskey glass, a snifter if you will, and about that much flour. Seasoned salt, fresh ground black pepper, a little garlic powder, and a little onion powder. You guys will notice that the pork chops are already sat out on the counter over here. I did something I don't usually do and sat them to the side last night and to season them up real good. Get this guy up here worked around. Seasoned up the chops last night, so they've been in the refrigerator all night soaking up that seasoning. I'm gonna put that down in there. And damn, I might have to put this one down over here. And damn, it might just be them two right now. Fuck, these things are big, dude. Yeah, those are big. How y'all doing? That's what she said. What's up, P7? What's up, BP? Dude, these are some chops. These are some jowls right here, bro. These chops mean business. I'm gonna use this guy. I'm doing something a little differently this time. Take a little bit of aluminum foil. To reinforce the press a little bit. Put some weight on them. I can bring these other ones. I gotta put these plates away. We had a nice little get together. Nice little get together the other night over here at the house with some folks doing a table read for a movie that my buddy Netflix wrote. The movie might end up on Netflix one day, but we call him Netflix. That's his gamer tag, Netflix Bandit. And we're a bunch of dorks in this household. We call people by their internet names. All right. So after I got my gravy stuff, I got onion powder, garlic powder, pepper, and seasoned salt. And dude, I used to just stir it up, but now I just give it a nice little, put my hand over it and give it a shake to incorporate the flavors all in it, because most of it's going in there. So, and you don't have to use all the mix that you make. If you run out of moisture in the pan, you don't have to commit to putting all that you made in there. You can just use enough, whatever you need. Is that a Gary Panisse sighting in the house? Do we have a Gary, excuse me, is there a Gary Panisse party of one? That's bold, because I think Secret Show is like probably just now like halfway through. A little more than 2 cups. And yeah, that's right at a cup. So a little more than 2 cups, right at a cup. 3 cups is what we're going with. Get a bigger cup to keep this water in. What I like to do is I don't measure, I just do 1 to 1. And I'm going for roughly 3 cups, but so long as you can see the measurement in your glass, like you can use any cup, so long as you fill it up to the exact spot with water that you did with rice. 1 portion, 2 cups, and then a little less than 1 cup. There's that. And that'll make some all right rice. So we got the rice portioned, we got the water portioned. Now we don't have to do anything else. We might can get some sauteing onions going. Per Jason's request, sauteing some onions. Oh, there's that. There we go. I love these pans, dude. These, I can't say this enough. Get some nice stainless steel pans. I got these on discount because they have these little ripples in them. Those little bumpy things. I wish it were flat, but I got these super cheap years ago and I've used them for so long. Get some nice stainless steel pans, something that you can snatch around and like flip stuff in. Like, get good pans. It's important. Put that back there. We'll get our rice ready to wash here in a little bit, but first let's go ahead and chop our onion. What's up, Bong Hole? What's up, Jordan? P7 in the house. These pork chops smelling nice. But they're thick as hell, so I'm gonna leave them there for a bit. These pork chops thick as hell. All right. Now, just doing some minor chopping here. Yeah, I'm really gonna let them pork chops do their thing for a minute because I want them to get comfortable with the heat. Because like I said, they are monstrous thick, like ridiculously thick. Like Kanye West was just seen in public with one of them thick, you know what I mean? Ah! There we go. Come on, skin. Just come off real good and easy like that, will you? Why you gotta do me like that, skin? Come on, skin. Why you gotta do me like that? This is awful. Yeah, them pork chops gonna be done by the time I get done getting this thing off. I hear them over there making all that good noise. I need to go ahead and throw this first batch of shit away. I need to get an herb garden. That way I can start composting all this shit that I would normally toss. Now this one's got to come off a little easier. Perfect. Oh, hell yeah. Oh yeah, these came off nice. Perfect. Now I need to... All right. Just over here chopping some onions while y'all enjoy the sweet sounds of pork chops getting comfortable with their heat, accompanied by the rhythmic chopping of onions on a cutting board. And you don't have to if you're not. But if you are enjoying any of this content, please do me a favor, like and subscribe. I would just be tickled pink if you would do such a thing. And also, if you guys want to drop some tips, you could do that in Super Chat, or you can drop them on Frankie. If you drop them on Frankie, just a heads up, there will not be a notification, as I'm not. Frankie tips only come through on the OBS, and I'm not on OBS right now. I'm just on mobile. So the onions get the same butter and bacon grease treatment. I'm almost out of this garlic bacon grease. Pro tip, I saved. Jason actually had the idea to do this, or maybe. Actually, no, my roommate Tony had this idea. I just kept the minced garlic in there, and I put the bacon grease in this with the minced garlic, so like it was cooking the garlic in the bacon grease while it was still hot. Get that going back there. And there ain't no sense in stopping now. Let's get this hand wash going. And we got a pan. We're gonna put 2 onions in. Getting hot right now. And boy, these pork chops are living their best life. Are you guys hearing that? Wow. Let's have a little Pepsi. A little. That sound never gets old, does it? Now I bet we can. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Y'all. Check that out, dude. Y'all see that, dude? That's sick right there. These pork chops are so thick, dude. So thick. What's up, ZX? Hell yeah, brother. All right, well, while that's happening, let's get this water running, get all the hot water out of the lines. Ice cold, nice and cold for some ice cold. And we're off. Now we are washing rice, y'all. Can't stress this enough. You can get one for Amazon for probably $20 or less. If you're bad at cooking rice on the stove like I am, get a rice cooker. But more importantly, no matter how you make your rice, wash it off first. It only takes about 3 or 4 passes, and you'll notice that milky water that drains off of the rice slowly turns a little bit more and more clear every time. Make sure to wash your rice. That's important. Wash your hands first, and then just stir it with your hand. Like I'm literally my hand is in here, stirring this around. And then I drain it until I don't see any more, until I can clearly see the rice through it. And this will be the last run through. After the first time you wash it, it'll be so foggy you won't even, after you get enough water in there, you won't even be able to see the rice. Maybe I want to go one more after this. That's enough. Now we're done washing. Let me get this little piece of wheat grain out of here. Pour the water slowly. Rotate the thing around so you can rinse all the rice off the bottom. And then get it on flat counter. A little shake to get it flat. And now that bitch is ready to turn on whenever I need it. Uh-oh. That's hot. Forgot I had that heat going. Let's get these onions in here. Soak up some of that heat real quick. Easy enough. Split up the onion. Let them soak up some of that moisture on the bottom of the pan. Get them moving around, broken up a little bit. And so far, we're just working with the butter and the bacon grease. Whenever they get a little bit more manageable, a little bit more transparent, a little bit more flimsy, that's when I'm break up the flavor a little bit with a little salt. Ice cold Pepsi, where'd you go? I forgot I moved the camera. Oh well. That's a good angle. You go back, you ain't ready yet. Per the use, guys. If you looking, it ain't cooking. Turn your back to it. Wash your dishes. Right now, we are completely done with the cutting board and the knife, so it gets a nice quick bath. This is the sort of knife that cannot go into the dishwasher, or it is recommended that it is hand washed. So it always stays in here and it goes into the sharpener, the edge keeper, so to speak. Some onions in there, a little bit of motion in that. I just dropped my sponge on my steel wool. I gotta get that soap out of there. If I had to guess, them pork chops might be ready to be flipped. Or taken out, not flipped. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. That's real nice and crispy there. Just rotate them around a little bit, get a little bit more on these parts, and them's ready to be pulled. Need to get another thing of aluminum foil. Got a shitload of plastic wrap and wax paper. I need to get a long thing of aluminum foil. Bro, for real. For real, dude. Did you see that? Bro, I mean, what are we even doing this for, you know? Keep them suckers in there under that aluminum foil warm. All right, now we're getting somewhere with these onions color-wise. Now, for the pork and for the steak that I usually do, for the pork and chicken thighs I usually hit that with the seasoned salt. For the onions, I'm using regular salt and pepper. And that's at about almost done point. The point of almost doneness. And then I'm garlicking it up because I don't have any minced garlic to put in with the and I'm not doing it today. I have been known to hit my onions with a little onion powder even. Get some, just a couple of splashes of a little Worcestershire in here. And then get that incorporated with everything. A little shallow flip, a couple of big ones. Got him. Pepsi. Bro, this cast iron skillet is cooking, bro. I hear that, Wesley. Sounds good. This is a big stream day for us all. We're doing 3 big streams today. We started with our Secret Show stream. By the way, how many of you guys watched that? That was a good one. That one was silly fun. Everybody was happy about it. Everybody had kind things to say after it was over. That was fun. Re-up the fridge Pepsis. Ooh, we got some limes in here. Nah, that'll fuck up the gravy. I had a thought. Also not gonna introduce that kind of flavor in there. Do I want some green beans and some corn? Maybe. All right, these onions are good. I'm gonna take the heat off of them. Get these onions there. See that? Got them. low. Take them all the way off the heat and give that element time to cool down a little bit. While that's doing that, how about a word from the sponsors, guys? I'm actually going to leave you guys here keeping an eye on the important stuff. Let you keep an eye on the important stuff here. And I'll talk to you. I'll have the chat on the screen back here. And you look, thanks to homie Satch. Never-ending shout out to the homie Satch who like juiced up the memberships. Oh, sorry about that. Not directed at any of you. Who juiced up the memberships whenever it was we were a baby channel. And just an all around incredible supporter of all things comedy, and streamer related. Dude, them onions are tight. I'm here to tell you, bro. Them onions look good. Them pork chops don't smell bad. I'm here to tell y'all. Pork chops smell pretty damn good. That's gonna make some incredible gravy. I gotta remember to shit, what was I saying? The green tea stole my mind for a second. What do I gotta remember to do? Oh, I gotta remember to turn the rice on. All right, guys. Y'all see the close up there? You ready for this reveal? Look at that guy. And look at that guy. Guys, what are we even doing here? That's pork chops, y'all. Them's pork chops. Just, can you smell them? Can you smell them to the bag, baby? Y'all can't see those the little simmery bubbles on the bottom there. That is going to be incredible gravy. Be the first time I've made it with beef stock. We're using beef stock for the or beef broth. Oh shit! What's up, Vaughn? Whoop. Nope. There we go. Standard. A nice mustard. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That sounds sick. That sounds nice. I'm sticking to more southern inspired, like poor southern, like that's mostly what this channel is like poor southern food. But that's a next level shit right there. Nice mustard's good. There's a place in Austin called Perry's that does the pork chop, and I think they might do a similar thing to that. But dude, you guys see these? You see these things? You see that right there? Whoop. Hold on. Nice and crispy on that side. And these are so thick, I want them to be super crispy. Yeah, the Friday special, hell yeah, dude. And this cast iron skillet, my buddy Maverick, once I'm not using it all the time, because I kind of use it pretty often, but I need to take about a week or two off of using it. And he's going to find, because it's a little wobbly. It doesn't sit flat on this type of stove. And he's gonna take it and plane off that burr on the bottom, which I think is just a burr on the bottom of it. But I don't have the machinery to be able to find it and do something with it and fix it. Those onions smell so good, dude. Oh my God. Guys, like the video if you wish you could smell these onions right now. And we got one more. The Mac Daddy of all pork chops coming in last. This guy right here. Look at the size of it. You see how big this pan is? Like, it's the size of the stove. Look at how big that one pork chop is. I saved the biggest one for last. This guy is a monster. You see that? That's a really nice cut chop. Just got it off of the rack at HEB here in Texas. It's called Texas sized package, or a Texas sized something. All right, I believe these pork chops are ready to be rotated. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, babe. Oh yeah, babe. That's right, I hear you down there. Because it's pork, I'm checking the temps, I'm making sure that we're good, like. I'm positive that we are. Just trying to, I judge it when I check the temp when I think it's done, and I see how close I am to eyeballing it. So I'm pretty much just trying to train myself to never have to use a temperature thing again. And I'm getting pretty close. Yeah, we're coming in at right at 165. And even hotter in other parts, which I'm fine with that, dude. When it's pork, and like I said, this is a southern way of cooking things. In the South, people say we burn stuff, we overcook things. That's kind of true. I'm not going to deny that. That's kind of how I like things personally. That's sort of the only thing I don't want absolutely burnt to a crisp kind of is like a steak. I want a steak to be done nice and pink in the middle. But as far as like a pork chop or like And like, look at these guys. Look at that. This has been sitting under the aluminum foil for a minute. I'm actually going to gosh, look at that. That looks so good. I'm sitting these hot chops on top of the not hot chops. I'm gonna leave them uncovered, and we're gonna go ahead and get this big guy. Come on, big guy. You get right there in the middle. This is gonna cook faster because it's the whole surface area. But check that out, will you? There's your thumbnail. Actually, put these back over here. Now, since I did all of my seasoning on parchment, I can delicately fold, and delicately fold. And now look, no mess. What? Sorry for the headphone users. Now is probably a good time for me to get some rice going. Let's go ahead and get the rice started. I don't know if you guys can tell. You see all. You see all of this over here. All of this stuff. I'm gonna make some incredible gravy. Also, here, I'll show you guys a little. I'll even come in a little closer here. So, you'll see, you can see here on the bottom, you see how far it's cooked through from there. And you can tell from like just the little crust down here on the edge that it's crusting up nicely there, you see? So whenever it gets to about the halfway point, which it almost is there, that's when I'm gonna flip it. And like I said, this one's gonna be quicker. This one's gonna be done a little quicker than the others because it's the hot spot in this pan, because of that burr that's on the bottom of it, is on that spot it's sitting on. So the whole thing, instead of it being like I won't have to flip it around and get the other side on it because I'm only doing the one there. But yeah, dude, rice cooker's great. It takes the guesswork out of it. All you have to know is 1 to 1. For white rice, which is all I cook. I don't do the brown rice or anything like that. Not for any reason in particular. I don't have anything against brown rice. I use white rice. It's 1 to 1. That's all you need to know. Those onions are staying crispy back there. Listen. You hear how delicious that onion was? I feel like I'm ready to flip. Easily ready to flip. See that? See that handiwork? Look at that guy. It's nice, right? So the rice is doing good things over here. I'm gonna let some Pepsis get cold in the fridge. I'm gonna put one over ice. You wonder, why is this guy talking so much about it? Is he a sponsored or not? Nope, not a sponsor. All I am is a guy who lives in a house with an awesome guy who wrote a movie and had a bunch of really funny comics and comedy adjacent incredible people be a part of it. And I'm lucky enough to have a role in it. And we did a table reading for said awesome movie the other day here at my house. And there was a surplus of Pepsi left over at the end. There was a surplus of Pepsi left at the end. You guys couldn't see it when I took that off. I saw this part of the pork chop just breathe. I'm like, oh God, I can let go of the heat now. Wow, thank God. Hell yeah, Jade, that's right. That's what I'm here to do. If you guys haven't guessed it, my goal in this thing is to inspire people to cook. I want people to feel inspired to cook things, because you can make good food with very minimal ingredients. Very minimal ingredients. I'm literally, right now, and I'm doing fancy stuff. Southern fancy, which means I'm making my gravy with broth instead of water. But pork chops, 2 onions, probably 2.5 or just about 3 cups of rice, and literally whatever seasonings you have. Salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, I put on everything, and flour. Think like I'm making this out of shit you would normally have in your cabinet. The only thing you would have to buy, you usually got rice in your cabinet, you usually got flour in your cabinet. I'm one of those guys, I keep onions. Like there's certain things I don't run out of. Like I usually don't run out of onions. You really only have to buy onions and pork chops. If you didn't, or in just a small bag, like this whole thing that I'm doing, by the way, even though these pork chops are huge, I paid maybe 15 bucks, if that, for that giant. I don't even think it was that much, to be honest. I think I have no, it's got taken out. Like, I don't even think it cost 15 bucks. For that pack of pork chops. This whole meal, everything involved in it is easily less than $20. Like, for sure, less than 20. Yeah, this needs a little bit more there. It's only clocking in at about 130. I want to get that bit to 165, you know what I'm saying? If you wish that you could take a bite of one of these pork chops I've just cooked, hit the like button. We're at 15 right now. If I can get 5 more likes, I will pick one of those pork chops up off of that plate with my bare hands and stand right here and look you in the eye and take a caveman bite out of one. We're at 15 right now. We need 5 more. We get to 20, and I'm gonna grab one of them pork chops off that plate with my bare hands and grab hold of it and stand here and look you in the eye and just take a big old honking bite out of it. Pick it up bare. Raw dog it with my hand, because I'm a regular man. I eat my pork chops with my hand. I eat them like a caveman. I take a big old, y'all think I'm kidding? I ain't kidding. I ain't kidding neither. I'll eat hell out of it. I'll pick it up with my hand. Take a big old bite out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'll eat hell out of it. I'll burn the top of my, oh, we at 16 now. Lord have mercy. We only got 4 more to go now. Y'all hear that one out of the pan? I ain't gonna do that one. That one's too hot. That'll burn my face. I ain't trying to do, hey. I'll do it now. I ain't scared neither. I ain't scared. I wish I had applesauce, Andre. That's a pro move. But you get a wrench. I ain't kidding either. I'm serious. I ain't never been scared. I'll eat hell out of that pork chop. I'll grab hold of it with my hand and pull it out that plate and eat it with my hand, my teeth. Squash it up with my teeth and swallow it. I take that pork chop, squash it up with my teeth and swallow it down in my belly. Keep it with me till tomorrow. You hear? Hell yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah? That's what I'm saying. You mind what I said? Chew it up and swallow it. Oh, we're at 17. 17 now, Lord. Oh, I lost one. We was at 17 for a minute. And we're back to 17 now. Lord have mercy. Oh, we at 18. Lord have mercy. Somebody's coming along. We get 2 more. I'm going to stand here and eat. And I'm going to grab that pork chop out the plate. I'm going to eat a whole big old, I'm going to take a, more I'm so hungry I'm going to just take that out of the plate and just eat hell out of it. I need to look at this pork chop. Hold on. Well, that one's done. That one got a little bit more crispy than we wanted. I got too distracted talking to y'all. Yeah, that one got a little too close to the sun. This one flew a little too close to the sun. But that's all right. We don't judge it none. We love it just the same. Now what we get to do is I'm gonna take a little bit more butter in here. And now, we're at 19, y'all. We get 1 more. I'm gonna take a big old bite out of one of them pork chops. I'm gonna stand here, look you in the eye, and take it out. But that's gotta happen soon, because I can't walk away from my gravy. Get that flour in there to soak up all that mean heat. All that mean heat. Oh, hell yeah. Now we get to cook the flour. Cook all the flour taste out the flour. Oh, we did it. We did it. We did it. We made it to 20. Well, I'm going to let that cook some. Y'all heard what I said. Y'all heard what I said. I was going to take this thing. I come around. That doesn't look right in the face. Lord, Lord, I got a good pork chop. Hell yeah, comedy gold. Let's get you. I told you I'd do it. We did it, guys. Now look at that. Now we've cooked all of the, here. Hell yeah, dude. I'm the OnlyFans baby edition. Now we got that dark color in there. I need to go ahead and get some liquid in here. Now I got to pour and stir now. This might make an alarm of sorts go off, so be aware of that. I hope not, but it might. So don't freak out if it does. This might make a smoke alarm go off. That's a lot of steam. Now gravy is something you got to keep playing with. In fact, hold on, let me open the front door for a second. Gravy is something you have to play with. You see how you see the consistency of it now? It's very pasty. We don't want that yet. That's about the consistency we want at the end. But we don't want that in there yet. Basically, the game you play with gravy is you want to keep it, you want it to kind of comfortably stay in a liquid state for an extended period of time. It got to like the gravy consistency too quick. And then you just get comfortable with stirring. Because that's your life. Any of y'all ever do any kind of woodworking? Stirring is to gravy what sanding is to woodworking. You think, this is a fun thing to be involved in, and then you realize, this is just sanding. So this is a liquid consistency, but it's too early in the process for it to be still as firm as it is. So I'm going in with more broth. Now that's what the consistency I want looks like. Y'all see how it's rippling nicely, like this is a proper liquid? You want it to stay like that and then thicken up multiple times to make the gravy that I make. Like, it's rippling around real nice. And I don't know if this microphone's doing justice or if you guys can hear. I'm meeting no resistance on the bottom of this pan at all, which means all that stuff that was cooked on the bottom is now up and in this white flour got browned up nicely with what was on the bottom of the pan. And then adding the beef broth ended up pulling up the rest of that. We still haven't got the 10-minute timer on the white rice yet, which is good. When we get the 10, I'm gonna stir this. I think that might be about all the gravy I'm gonna make. The amount of liquid that you put in does have an effect on the amount of gravy you will yield, as does the amount of flour that you use. You just gotta, I was showing you guys like how the amount of grease that was in the bottom of the pan that we were cooking them pork chops in. Like the amount of grease that was down there called for a hefty amount of flour. And to be honest, I probably could have went even a little more flour, but what I did was fine. It's gravy. It's gonna all come out in the wash. And so long as you repeat this process in the same way that I did it, you're gonna come out with something pretty decent. You do not want to burn your gravy. You never want scalded gravy. That's why it's important to stand here and stir as much as you can. Like, do not get bored with the stirring part of it. This is just how it is. This is what you got to do. Keep it moving around. That way it doesn't have a chance to burn or scald on the bottom, because you're already making it out of stuff that's kind of been burnt and scalded onto the bottom of the pan. So you're already making, you don't want to double up on that, you know? All of this nice color. And by the way, I am using beef broth, which is a darker broth than I usually use. I usually use chicken broth, but that same thing happens. The gravy ends up getting to about the same consistency and color. That 10-minute timer should pop on any second now over there. So now you guys are seeing the bubble. Watch when I stop. You see how it immediately bubbles in the middle there? Also, that's a good, I was telling you guys earlier, and I say this a lot, this is the heating element in my cast iron skillet. So the burr is somewhere on the other side of the pan here in this. And honestly, I'm not going to wait for that 10-minute time. I'm going to go ahead and drop this heat down to about 3.5, 4. And this is it, dude. Just stirring gravy, bro. Give it a second. Sometimes you can give it a second. I bet y'all didn't want that kind of close up, did you? Oh, dude, you're in the Eastern Trench? Oh, by the way, 10-minute timer went off. Okay, good. So I was pretty close. How many of y'all watched the episode of Kim Congdon Takeover podcast that we recorded? Such a fun episode. Chuck, Kim's boyfriend, had some really funny ideas of scenarios that we could turn into songs. Oh, you know what I need to do? But yeah, that was fun. He had the idea of getting a DUI in Roku City, which is pretty hilarious thought. And then a Ukrainian and Russian soldier finding love. 2 wounded soldiers finding love in the battlefield. Sorry that was not directed at any of you. I apologize if you were offended. All right. So now you see that I've dropped the heat on it a little bit. It doesn't immediately go back up. I'm actually going to bring the heat back up to where it was to kind of cook off a little bit more of that. Now it's got that nice, I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more off. I also need to go ahead and give this like this is like super grease on this stove. We're gonna have to, this thing's gonna need a bath when we're done with it. All right. 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8, 6. All right, now I'm gonna pull it down to even lower. Giving it the scrape test. You guys see it rippling up against that wall there, but the whole thing's not like a giant flimsy ripple now. It's holding its shape more, which is more what I was looking for when I really wanted to drop the heat. Now, by any measure, this gravy is done. It's too hot to eat right now, but I don't know if it's necessary to do. I don't know if there's any scientific reason why you should do it. And I don't even really have a good reason as to why I do it, but I like to drop the heat somewhat gradually. And then when it's on high heat, and by the way, high heat for me is like medium. I never cook anything higher than medium. Like, that is a tremendously rare occasion. That is a tremendously rare occasion when I cook something on a heat higher. Now the grill, that's wide open the whole time. But the stove top, you guys are seeing the scrape test. It's taking a bit longer for it to, come back. And you can see the bottom of the pan. Our gravy is telling us that it is almost ready, and this is going to ding any second now. Oh, 3 minutes. Give it a minute. But yeah, drop the heat gradually. Bring it on down to low now. And I always reference one of the simplest meals that anybody can make. It's a go-to for single people everywhere, or families that are looking to save money, or people that are just simply learning how to cook. A really nice intro into cooking things is Hamburger Helper. One of the main things that Hamburger Helper taught me was that reduce heat, let simmer, sauce will thicken as stands. That's always been a thing that was on the back of a Hamburger Helper box. That is the process that I apply to making gravy. Reduce heat. I just really shrink. I really stretch out the amount of time that it takes to thaw, like to drop the heat. Here we are. Now we should be getting that beep any second now. I'm killing the heat completely, and I'm going to pull this gravy off of that hot eye. So now, what's up, Uncle Walsh? We have a full, there's the rice done. Also, you see this? Used to weigh down them pork chops. Be careful unwrapping it so you don't make no mess. Would you look at that? Maybe some got through. Hardly any. So now the rice is done and being warmed. The chops are obviously done. Like the video. Now, the nicest way to test your gravy to see if it's good gravy is it will make a film on top, you see. Like, you see how it like ripples together? You can see the film that accumulates on top. I don't know if you can see that. But like this stuff, that's what I like. And now as you, look at that. See that? Like it won't even, taking it a while to drift back to the center there. So kill the heat on the onions. So now let's make us a plate. How about it? Oh, one more thing. One last thing. You don't have to do this. I like to do this. The plate that the pork chops were on, pour a little bit of that pork chop drippings off of the plate here. Not all of it. Not all of it. Pour that in the gravy. And then give that a mix. A little bit more cohesion. Is that a word? And y'all, that right there, I'm gonna give y'all a not zoomed in, good, high quality, flipped around camera angle of this, what gravy is supposed to look like when it's done. That right. All that flavor from the bottom of the pan. And those onions. And these pork chops. And then, of course, the rice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, babe. That's it. In fact, let's bring you guys around here. Actually, get some light here. And we can stop robbing your ears of that noise. And I'm gonna get the fork I cook with is the fork I eat with. One pork chop, and we're gonna go with this burnt one too, because that's probably the worst of them. The one that got super crispy burnt, or it could be the best of them. Dude, you never know. And let me get some of these. Come on, onions. Shake. Some of them onions there. And then, where's my good bowl that I like to use? Oh, it's in the dishwasher, that's fine. I'll use one of these guys. And I'm gonna use the same spoon for the rice and the gravy. Power that sucker off. I'm getting a plentiful scoop, a plentiful bowl of rice. And on that, I'm going to add a pat of butter. Probably about the amount of butter that would come in one of those little individual things. I'm gonna use that same spoon. Give me some of this gravy here. Gravy is going straight on top of that pat of butter. And that's that. And that's what that looks like with a little butter underneath it, you see. I hadn't even tasted the gravy yet. Fire. Just now tasted it. Okay. Not directed at any of you. If you have not had the chance to like the video yet, guys, please do so now. Helps a bunch, and Lord, we appreciate it. All right. I'm gonna get a knife. My good knife that I like to use. I love this knife. It's a good knife. It's like a single piece. It's good. I like it. All right. Holy smokes, guys. What a meal we got in front of us. I'm going to go in to the worst part of this first. You guys, it's coming apart nice. Like, look at this. This is burnt. Like burnt and Ernie. See how burnt it got? That bite first. I'm gonna be honest. It's fucking delicious. I mean, seriously, come in here. I gotta show you this. Like, look at, do you see how juicy? You see that shiny, juicy? Dude, it's incredible. Try the onions. The onions are perfect. Holy smokes, man. Whoa. Sorry. Accidentally hit a scary button. Dude, it like... Bro, that's a damn good pork chop right there. Even burnt. Oh no. Like, I'm just gonna cut this sucker off the bone. And then we're gonna do something different with the bone right here. Oh my God, guys. You really don't want nothing, you don't want nothing more than that, you know what I mean? You do not want any more than that. That's perfect. I'm gonna show you guys this. Look, you see that? Like, you see how easy it just came apart? Did you see that? I don't know if you guys notice either. I'm just eating this pork chop with 0 condiments. Like, maybe with some onions. Dude, it's kind of insane that the worst pork chop that we made, the most burnt one, is still so good. That's how you should judge a thing. Judge it by the worst of the things. Like if the worst one is still pretty good, the rest of them are gonna be fire. I gotta be honest, that one that I took a bite of came a while ago, that shit came out pretty damn good. The rice is strong. The gravy is strong. Oh yeah, I can't be done with that yet. The beef buff gravy has a different vibe than the chicken gravy, but man, it's pretty amazing the amount of flavor that you can pack into a gravy. Onions, pork chop. Look at that bite, guys. Like the video if you wish you could take that bite I just showed you. These onions taste like sugar, dude. These onions, they caramelize to the point where they're sweet. This shit is so incredibly delicious, dude. The rice, I didn't go as much gravy as I usually put down. So the rice might need a little salt, because the gravy's not providing enough of it. Just a little pinch. Just a little itty bitty pinch. That's it. Just a little salt goes a long way. Oh, we're doing the bite of 1,000 bites. Onion, pork chop, rice and gravy. It's just like Grandma used to make right here, bro. Granny didn't saute onions like that, though. My mom would saute onions. It was one of the few things in life she got right. Of course, washing it down with delicious can of North Carolina's own Pepsi. Boy, this is a good meal. My boy, Uncle Laser, I don't know if y'all know Uncle Laser. I know all the people that are here for the comedy, but if you just randomly stumbled upon this channel, you might not know who he is. My friend for a long time. And we're in a movie together, and he has seen it. I have not. He was bragging on my scene in it. Well, I've got an original song. Oh yeah. Big scoop of rice and gravy. It's so good, guys. Like I can't can't stress to you how good this is. Those of you who have watched me enough know that I will tell you when it's not good. These Texas-sized pork chops are, I don't even have to lie to you. Dude, it's so good. Honestly, everything was done right. Even that last one that got burnt. No harm, no foul. Hold on. I thought I had a bone or something, but I've chewed this stuff so much that if it's still in there, it ain't a bone no more. Dude, so good, man. Ah. Yep. Two healthy fucking pork chops, a bowl of rice and gravy. Probably a whole sauteed onion. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. Let's say we do the gravy one more time in the rice. Whoops. All right. And then give me some gravy. What's that? There's some kind of something making noise in the freezer. Do you hear that sound? The fuck is that? The freezer's making some kind of noise. What was that? Did y'all hear that? Oh, I need a little salt. Hey. Eat one more plate of rice and gravy, and then I gotta take about 15 minutes to, oh no, I forgot to do laundry tonight. I needed to do that tonight. Well, maybe we'll just wash the absolute necessities. Because this next stream has the potential to go pretty far. Pretty long. One more scoop of gravy was a trick. And the extra little salt. I think I prefer chicken stock gravy. I believe I can confidently say that now. Pretty good. Pretty dang good. I'm going to utilize the dishwasher for this. Hand wash rice cooker and the skillet. And that knife. Everything else is getting a dishwasher treatment. Okay. All right. All right. That was a good one. That'll be good. Ah! Don't worry, I caught it. Don't worry, I caught it. Is it crooked now? Who cares? As long as it stays that way, it'll be fine. Okay, first things first. Let me figure out what I'm gonna do with no. This one? No, not that one. Maybe I'll just use this one. But no, this is too big. I think I can make it work in the other one down here. Whoops. This guy. This is cool enough to grab now. I'm gonna take some rice and smash it up in here with the gravy. I'm gonna use this rice. I know y'all can't see this right now, but what I'm doing is just putting a little bit of rice at a time in here with the gravy until I get it to the consistency that I want. And I'm basically using the rice to sort of clean the gravy out of the pan in a way. I'll go with just a little more. I like that. And honestly, I think I'm gonna leave it about like that. And I'm gonna slap the rest of that off the edge of the pan. And rice is so bad the next day, unless you're making like fried rice or something like that, I always just toss what I'm not gonna use, because it doesn't keep well. It doesn't reheat well. All right, that's enough. Okay, that, put this away. Nailed it. Okay, now the onions here, we'll just put those on this plate with the chops. Now, oh, these chops are so nice, dude. Like, I just want to show you guys. You see how flippity floppity this thing is, just flippity flopping around? Isn't that nice? Okay. Now, where is that aluminum foil I wrapped them with way earlier? Get that again. Wrap it one way. And then wrap it the other way. And be careful not to press through the bones. And there we go. Now, leftovers are stowed, everything that we're keeping. All right, these are trash. Okay. This guy is a dishwasher guy. Dishwasher spoon. rice cooker bowl is getting by hand. This is dishwasher thing. Start doing that. Oh, there's where the other Tupperware sizes that I needed were. I didn't even know they were down there. I could have run the dishes the other day, but I didn't. We didn't really have enough to run yet. Honestly, if I'm already here at this point, I'm just gonna wash this fucking fork. I like to use this fork anyway. We have like 1,000 of this same exact fork. It's just my favorite style. Okay. This guy gets washed by hand. This guy, I don't believe, for as long as I have had it, I don't know that it's ever been in the dishwasher. I really like this knife. I can't stress that enough. Me and this guy go way back. Where's the... There it is. It has a sleeve the blade fits in. I've had this thing so long. Oh, we're frozen. What's the deal? Wait a minute, are we frozen? Somebody say if you can... Somebody say something if you can see me moving. Frozen. Oh shit. Hold on. Well, that's weird. Okay. There we go. Back now? We're back now, right? Okay. I don't know how long it was frozen for. I hadn't been looking up. All right, cool. By the way, I saw somebody commenting on it. Bro, like, yeah. White t-shirt, like, there's a couple of spots, but nothing serious. This plate, dishwasher, this skillet, not dishwasher. A little elbow grease and a scouring pad. A little steel wool go a long way, you know. There you go. You can dry off. And the rest of this loose rice off the bottom of this thing. This has to be washed by hand too. Yeah, boy, we had narrowly avoided a catastrophe when the screen froze, guys. And guys, it literally takes no time. I don't know how long I've been doing this for, but if you get on this as soon as you get done cooking, you can be done cleaning, or as soon as you get done eating, you can be done cleaning before you get a chance to get tired. Like if you sit there and let your food digest, it'll convince you that the dishes can wait. Guys, I can't stress this enough. And this is, I'm trying to, a lot of you guys know how to cook already. But I've always tried to be kind of instructional with the way that I cook, and not just the way that I cook, but the way I do things, and explain reasons as to why I do things a certain way in my life. Like I'm an instructional person. So if you want to do this thing the way that I do it, get to cleaning the second you get done eating. That way you don't have a minute to let that digestion tired kick in. Okay, get this, all this condensation off the bottom of that. Put that thing in there. Let that water drip out from the back. Also, let me show you something else. See this rice cooker right here? And you see this cord? Look at this. Look how quick this happens. See, it wraps up perfectly, slips right up under the handle, and now it's ready to go for the next time. Everything is all neatly packed, neatly compact, and it goes into the cabinet. It's not even sitting on the counter. How about that? Now, I'm not of the church that every single thing that doesn't get used every day should go into a cabinet and not sit on the counter. I'm not that crazy about it, but certain things can go in the cabinet. A rice cooker, there's no need to have it sitting out all the time. Coffee pot and air fryer, leave those on the counter. Toaster, counter. Okay, what else do we got over here? Just this. All right, get out of the way, soapy water. Get that soap out of there and get this cast iron in. Ooh. Now you can start timing me if you want. I just put a little water in that cast iron, and now I'm going around it with the scouring pad, with this steel wool. And then a little more water. And just like that, look how clean that sucker is. All right. Now, a big mistake a lot of people make with cast irons, they'll get most of it right. I'll be like, okay, well, we can't wash it with soap. And then they'll get it and they'll go to wipe it down, and they'll look at their thing and be like, oh no, that's dirty. This is just what cast iron does, man. This is an iron, this is an element. And they'll wipe it down and then they'll say, oh, well, it's dry. I guess we can go ahead and season it, but now ain't the time to do that. There's another step. And before we do that step, let's put it to the side here. You don't season it yet. It ain't ready for that. let's take and come over here and wipe up all these crusties and some of this grease off of the stove top. This butter knife. I can put this butter away. If you guys are wondering, this was a full stick of butter when I started. That's about how I use about a half a stick of butter per dish, I guess. That was with the onions and the pork chops and the gravy. So about a half a stick of butter goes into cooking that entire meal. Now this is the fun part. And I'm kind of standing to the side so you guys can sort of see what I'm doing here. Get a little soap on the sponge. Squeeze some of the water out of it, and then you come over here. Your stove is a dish too. Treat it like a dish. It needs to be washed after you get done cooking. Especially if you cook something like I do that has a lot of like grease spatter. You're going to want to give it a nice little wipe down with the sponge first. And then grab some paper towels. Come behind it. With some paper towels. I don't know where our recycling thing is. We're just being bad earthlings. I like to recycle. I don't know that many other people do. But I didn't have that ability when I was growing up, but I always wanted to. And then you've got a nice fresh stovetop ready to prepare the next meal. Now, this is the mistake a lot of people make with cast irons. What I do, after I get it cleaned and wiped down and I get it as dry as I can get it, I sit it back on the eye and I turn that thing until I just hear the element click on. For propane, just like a little flame as low as you can go without it cutting off is fine. And I'll leave this skillet sitting here for probably another hour on low heat, super low heat. Just enough heat to keep it hot. Just enough heat to keep it hot enough to get rid of all the moisture in it. You do not want any moisture inside your skillet. And you especially don't want to seal any moisture in whenever you're done cleaning it. You don't want to seal any moisture in it by sealing it with oil. And also, you guys aren't going to see the seasoning process because it's going to be that'll be done tomorrow. I usually leave the thing on for about an hour, and then I'll get in my room. I'll be playing games or something, and then when I walk out to get ice, I'll remember, oh, it's still on, and I'll just put my hand in here and make sure I can feel some heat in it, and I'll kill the heat and let it wait another day, and then I'll seal it with. You can use any kind of oil. It's probably best to use like something with a high smoke point, like. And I'm telling you this, and I don't do it personally. I use something with I actually use Crisco. The last time I seasoned it with Crisco. I'm probably going to do that again this time. But, oh, this little gravy cup. Put that guy down there. That's a load. Yeah, that's enough. Is there anything else that needs to go in here before I run this? This cup only had water in it earlier, so I'm gonna leave that over there. Shit, it look like it right there. All right. That's that. Ay. So we got that in there. Heavy start. Okay. That's how it's done, folks. That's how you cook a meal, clean up after yourself, leave the state park better than you found it. Extend the life of your sponges that you use when you're done washing everything you need to wash. Run the water in it and just squeeze it until there ain't no more soap coming out of it. Do that on both sides, and then when you get done, you squeeze the absolute bejesus out of this thing. And then be sure to clean off the spot on your sink where you sit it and leave it there. That'll extend the life of your sponges. Those things will start to stink after just a couple of days if you don't do that. If you don't do that, they'll start to stink after just a couple of days, but they'll stay good. They'll stay good longer if you go through that process. I need to blow my nose. Ugh. All right. Let's get the sizzle mic. Sizzle it. The sizzle mic we'll put on the. It don't stick to that. It don't stick to a phone neither. But there's metal in it. All right, what I need to do is I need to get, oh, you know what I need to do, actually? Hang tight, everybody. Give me just a second here. I need, well, fuck it, you guys. Oh, come on. Ah. Uh-oh. Okay. I need to, when I my grandmother used it. I use it. I reference my grandmother in most of the things I do. She raised me. And then I'll do about half a scoop of OxyClean powder. And then I do 2 power sheets. All right. Now, let's go. Here, I'll go ahead and bring you guys in here. Whoops, sorry. Oh boy. Okay. We got to do the... Got to do at least one load of colored clothes. I can probably make it through tomorrow with... I got one pair of short socks. I don't want to wear long socks tomorrow because it's... where's my... there it is. Get my washcloth out of there. Need that. This thing. Oh, honestly. Oh, hold on. Hang tight right there. I gotta get these. These britches can go in there too. I have a process. I have my flashlight. Well, that was what you've heard fall. Oh God, why is the floor so far away? And a little bandana that's always folded up in my pocket. Carry a handkerchief with you. Wallet, keys, chapstick. Other pocket. Coin lighter, other pocket, and glasses cleaner. Take them off. And belt. Getting to washing these britches. All right. Now, that's comfortable. Okay. Now, this isn't going to be any elegant thing that you guys need to watch. I'm just going to go put my... Oh, there we go. Put my clothes in the washing machine and start this load and decide whether I'm going to do any white laundry. Dishwasher going. Oh, I never closed this. Where I put my fabric softener in there. There we go. Start. Normal. Got it. Okay. Get the microphone set up. Let's grab a spare Pepsi. A little bit more ice. That's enough. Hold on. That's good Pepsi. That's real nice Pepsi right there. Y'all wish y'all could see how happy I am about this Pepsi. Hold on, let me wipe off the counter here real fast. Okay. That's enough. That's good. All right, let me get the rest of this junk that I need to take back to the room. Got that in this hand, this, and that, and this is this. You tell me what you want, and I tell you what you get. You get it. Gotta put these chairs back where I moved them so that I could fit in here. Whoops. And yep, phone, other microphone. And that, I think that's that. Now let me flip this light off. Save the power with those 4 bulbs. I'm such an old man. You think, surely I won't grow up to be my dad. And then you grow up to be your granddad. Or my phone's in my pocket. Just pulling these shorts I'm wearing clean off. All right. Those microphones here. Water jug. In the water jug spot. Spare Pepsi. Not spare Pepsi. Okay. Now, hold everything. I'm going to put this down. I got to hit the head. I'm not taking y'all with me to do that. Another thing I got to do. God damn. Got to get all this hot hair off my neck and shoulders. Good Lord, it's hot. All right. That feels much better. It's the best of both worlds. If you don't mind looking like I look when my hair's on top of my head, which obviously I don't. It's the best of both worlds. You can have it when you need it to drop down, but if you don't need it, you can just wrap it up, keep it on top. That. Okay, now a little more light on the situation. Bam. Get that out of there and bring that back over there. These microphones, we can leave them here for the time being. There's one right there that'll stay. Oh, good Lord. Bah. Got it. Turned into my granddad, dude. Just walking through the house, turning lights off, thinking, now why in the world did they leave the daggum light on, knowing that they weren't even in the room? Saying stuff like that, you know. Oy. Okay. That for those things when I need that. Now, let me clear my throat. Let me get this. You guys, hey, can come down here for a spell. And let me get OBS camera. OBS, go ahead and tell me what problems we got today. Fan. A little wind circulating. Necessary. It does that until I do that. There you go. I need actually some more fan than that. That's what I need. Oh boy, that's what I needed right there. All right, so we got this. And black man, And that's on. We need you. Go over here on that. Frankie. Right there. Frankie goes right there. And we will, oh no, that's too far. And that's just right, but we need to straighten up the camera a little bit like that. Yeah, that's good. That's just fine right there. That light's happening. And blah, 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 blah. Our mic's good. For when I'm ready to turn it on, let's get a soundboard opened up. And Stacy was live. I got a notification from... I'm in so many Discords, man. Like, so many of my friends that are doing Discord now. That wasn't directed at any of you. So many notifications. Last night, guys, we had a maximum viewership of 1,276 people on the live stream. That's monumental for me. So thank you guys for doing that last night. What's up, adoring fan? We are just about to jump into Oblivion, and I'm going to set this up to where... All right, stage left. We're going in that. Actually, I'm going to do stage right. And for the... add existing Oblivion. And I'm going to raid myself. That's right. But we're going to fit to screen. And that's off. I've already got my title done. I bought a house in Cyrodiil. I have a question. I think I'm going to go back to Twitter because I get zero response on Twitch. It's honestly just not even worth it. I'm going back to Twitter and in YouTube. So yeah, let's just do that. And for channel content, I go to details and customization and redirect and just get on that screen now. Over here, well, where's the... Oh, I need to bring this down here. Why is this not? Oh, I know it. Okay, now. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to start streaming there. And I'm good. I bought a house in Cyrodiil, Oblivion Remastered. So that's live now. So now let me go to my channel. Click I bought a house in Cyrodiil. We copy. We paste. And we save. Okay. All right. So we bought a house. We've saved it. It's ready to go. I'm double checking customization. Bought a house. It's there. Got it. Good. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to tap that. I'm sure that was RIP to your headphone users. I'm going to go ahead and give the breakfast intro song is happening right now, guys. I'm having a word from my sponsors real quick. This is usually how I do it. While this is going, I'm usually getting me a little word from my sponsors together here. Since you guys can't see it, I just drop that in there like that and hope that it doesn't fall in the middle of this. Uh-oh. Don't make enough time for breakfast. Not supposed to drink wine for breakfast. I wish I could do my own harmony line to this. I'm going to record a proper version of this. Okay. Here we go. You guys don't have to do anything. Stay where you're at. We're going to go over to the other stream. I'm going to pack all this stuff real quick. Let me get this. Oh, I need to get my phone turned on for the chat. The YouTube chat monitor. Anyway. We're going to be transferring this to the proper studio, which is where we're at right now, and you get a nice little intro thing. Anyway, thank you guys for being in the cooking part of this, and thank you guys for sticking around for the gaming part that's going to happen in just a second. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go anywhere. Just stay where you're at and roll tide, okay?